I am so excited. I just got a big package in the mail. Do you want to see what's inside? I certainly do. It's my new Deus II. First piece of jewelry. That's a 93. And it is a quarter. That's a piece of jewelry. 10 cents. A nickel. That's unexpected. Beach sensitive. Program 12 is a Phillips head screw. It's a beautiful chain. Well, that's interesting. Well guys, this is going to be a very different video for me. My birthday's on Cinco de Mayo, and last Friday I received an early birthday gift. Although I love my Nocta Legend, I've been eyeing this particular machine for a very long time. I'm told that this detector finds really super deep coins and relics. It also excels in finding gold. Well, being down here in South Florida, I don't really expect to find any gold nuggets anytime soon. But who knows? I might find one on the beach. Maybe in the future, one of my adventures will take me out to the field to do some real gold prospecting. I don't know, future's bright. But what excites me the most about this particular machine is it can go down underwater close to 66 feet without any issues whatsoever. So, with this machine and my Blue 3 Nomad, I'm planning on hitting the water hard this summer and doing a lot of underwater detecting. So, drum roll please. Let's unbox it and then hit the beaches to see how it does. What do we have inside? It's my new Deus II from XP. Alright, so what's in the box? The instruction manuals. These are the WSA2 Extra Large, and I like having the cups on my ear when I'm walking around on the beach because it's generally pretty windy. It's packed down really small. Got a little bag for them. Then this little guy, of course, is the RC with the belt clip. This can hang out on the belt. So I got the mini headphones with the WS6 Master on it and the big headphones. So I have lots of options when I'm walking around on the dry beach. I'm not going to bore you. You guys have seen enough unboxing videos to understand exactly what comes in the box. But this little gizmo right here allows the WS6 Master to sit on the telescoping rod and be a standalone unit all by itself. The lower rod, it's not carbon fiber. I very well may get the carbon fiber shaft. We've got the telescoping piece here. So this guy comes down like that. Either the RC or the WS6 on the top there. But it collapses really nicely for traveling. And this pole goes in like this, and it's got some numbers on it just to remind you of how far it can go. That's how I'd probably travel with it, just like that. I got the 11-inch coil, 28 centimeters. And I figured this will be my everyday go-to coil that I'll be using on the beach and in the field. So that's my 11-inch coil. And then when you're traveling and you don't want to advertise that you're an XP metal detector in here, you could just put it on upside down. And now it's a generic backpack, just like that. So that's pretty cool. With all your gear in it, you can put your laptop, your detectors, multiple coils, multiple arms, and everything else. The really interesting part about it is when I'm ready to go, what I'm going to wind up doing is getting another carbon fiber shaft and arm with this, and then I'll make a whole nother unit. So I'll keep one just for land and the beach dry, and I'll keep one for underwater for diving. And I'll be using my Blue 3 Nomad. Well, super cool. Here's all my goodies today. There it is. The Deus II. Woohoo! Alright, so I'm going to put this together and charge it all up. And I'm going to sync the coil with the RC unit. And the next time I see you, I should be on the beach this weekend trying all this out. So I did my unboxing last night. I read my manuals, watched a couple of videos, dialed it in as much as I could. And today I suspect I'll be just using the beach sensitive mode and see what I can do at my familiar beach down here in Juno Beach, Florida. Let's see how I do. See you down there. I'm here at my familiar beach, Juno Beach Pier. And today I'm just going to hang out and try out my new detector. We'll see what I can find. For today's first hunt, I've got the RC. Got my 11-inch coil. I got my extra large headphones, the WSA2 XLs. All right, so for my normal settings, I'm on program 12, beach, high sensitivity. I didn't make any changes whatsoever. This is stock right out of the box. If you can see over here, I'm charged. My coil is connected. I'll do a quick ground balance, put my headphones on, and start walking. Let's see how that works. Let me hook it up to my Bluetooth headphones, and I hear them up in my head. Holy crap, it's windy. There's my first target. It's a 66. First target. All right, nice aluminum bottle top, 67. Okay, so the tones, 66, 67. So far so good. I'm liking it. I am getting a little bit of chatter when I swing over the salt. So my sensitivity is currently set to 95. My salt sensitivity is currently set to 7. 40 kilohertz. Iron volume is 7. Reactivity is 0. Audio response is 5. Discrimination is 8. And again, menu sensitivity is 95. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And I'll figure out the chatter and the noise and stuff later. But it is definitely picking up 40s in the salt, which is kind of interesting. All right, I found a signal right here. Okay, so that's an 80. Okay, so I got something out of the hole. So that's a penny. All right, just occurred to me that I think I need to ground balance. So I can hold down the pinpointer button and pump it up and down. Okay. Oh, it's a lot quieter now. A much higher tone. 88, non-ferrous. Ooh, it is blowing out here. Holy crap. That was an 88. I hear something. Okay, a penny. Now I'm starting to hear the difference of the tone signals. This one's really strong. It's a 65, definitely non-ferrous. Right there, 65. It wouldn't be a beach hunt without a Pulltab, but that came on really strong as a 65 non-ferrous. This is a 5, 6. Still ferrous, but very strong and very consistent. Oh, what do we got? Okay, so it's a 10 stake. Well, there it is. My XP Deus II. Whew, it is windy out here. Well, hello again. It's day 2 with me playing with my new Deus II. Now, don't get me wrong. I still love my Nocta Legend, which is always in my car. So he'll be doing the majority of my treasure hunting. But now with my new Deus II, very exciting. So today I'm going to be dialing it in on Delray Beach. I'll see you out there. So there's still this crazy east wind. There's also rip current advisories on the beach today. So I doubt very much if I'm going to get in the water with this, but I will head down towards the water. So I spent last night figuring out why the sucker was a little bit chatty. So I have some ideas. I'm going to be playing with those. Holy crap, the surf is a little rough today, but how beautiful. Kite foiler over here getting ready to go. And with this wind advisory today, I think he'll do great. This is Delray Beach. So what I discovered last night was, as I was swinging, I was getting noise at the end of my swing. So I need to increase my reactivity, I think, from 0 to 1.5, but I'll play with that. And when I was over the salt, when I was over the water, it was really chattery. So I need to turn down the salt sensitivity a little bit. It's currently set to 9, I think. So let me turn this on. Detector is on. Let me select my headphones. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change my scent. Well, I'm going to keep it on beach scents. I'm going to get beach sensitive, so I want to go as deep as I can. Then I want to go to menu, go to reactivity. There's sensitivity. It's currently 95. Salt sensitivity is 7. I'm going to actually change that to 6 because it's at 7 right now. I can always change that later. Frequency is 40 kilohertz. Iron is 7. Reactivity is 0. I'm going to increase that to 1.5. Return. Ready to go. All right, got plenty of battery on both. Found my coil. All right, I'm going to put my headset on and let's see what we can find. And if I have to adjust it a little bit, I'll adjust it. Blowing this way, how can you turn around and come into the wind? I never understood tacking, but holy crap, look at him go! Woohoo! It's a 6, a 7, and it's got higher tones on it. Yeah, it's a jumpy. So I'm thinking this is not a coin. We'll see. Okay, it's out. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Oh, wow. All right, we got a key fob, a little bit of a chain, and a hole and a house key. I'll post this on Facebook and see if somebody lost it. Well, it's an interesting find. So what did that come up as? Right here. It was a 73, 74 jumpy. Kind of sounded like a bottle cap, but hey, interesting. I'm not getting any chatter anymore on the wet sand. I did do a ground balance, so that helped a little bit. This one's right over here, so I'm gonna dig it up. I mean, it's something, obviously. The pinpointer is showing there's something over here, so let's see what this is. So that's an 84. Turned around to get out of the sand. I mean, out of the wind. 84, non-ferrous. Does not sound like a bottle cap. It's a very solid tone. My guess is it's a coin. Let's see, 84, if I remember correctly, that might be a penny. Yeah, so I'm on the board today with a shield penny, and it sounded like a coin. It had very clear separation, and it didn't have any iron tones at all. Okay, starting to figure this out. So this is a 92. Right there, 92. I hear something heavy. Awesome. Now that's a quarter. I'm starting to understand these tones. So 94, a little higher number, is a quarter. I need to pull out the VDI Bible and read that and study it, maybe carry it with me. But for the most part, that was a 94, non-ferrous. This is ringing up as a 64, but it has trailing tones on the front and the back. So with 100 different tones, I'm hearing a lot more things in the sounds itself, and that's what excites me. Well, sure enough, this one's a bottle cap, so that probably explains why I heard the top tone and the bottom tone. But right now I'm digging everything just to figure it out. That's awesome. 86 sounds like a coin because it's going beep beep beep, so that's cool. All right. No, it's not a coin. What do we have here? Well then, that's a piece of jewelry. Ooh, interesting. Looks like a wraparound ring with a probably cheap, nothing on the inside. But hey, cool. Cool. I'm liking it. Let me keep going. 43. Ooh, it's real choppy. Choppy 46. Alright, got it out. Okay. It's a hair clip. Alright. So, I didn't tape this because I wasn't sure. and I still haven't dug it, but it was a 62 in there. Now it's a much more solid 62. Yep, all right, in the scoop. Sounds like a coin. Yeah, sure enough. Okay, so we have a nickel. Yep, 5 cents. Seems like a newer one, but anyway, neither here nor there. But that is a 6263. It was buried fairly deep. So you can see my scoop there. It's past the handle there. And it was a weak signal when I went over it, but it was very, very distinct. Very distinct sound. It didn't have multiple tones. It was a very distinct sound. So I am figuring this out, and I am loving it. It's super quiet on the damp sand. No falses right now, and I'm doing good. I'm really enjoying this, except for the wind. Sorry about that. So that's a 93. Another quarter? I don't know. As I get closer to it, it gets stronger. It is not a different tone mixed in. Okay, here it is. Oh, I see. It's right on the edge. As I pull left, it comes, so it's over here. Yep, sure enough. So there it is in the scoop. And it is a quarter. All right. 25 cents, 93. This thing is a machine. I love it. Very jumpy, low tone. Turned out to be a bobby pin. Very interesting. Cool. I'm going to put this down, and I want to hear it again. Yeah, no, it's actually a 2, 3, 2, 3, 5, and it is giving me a chirp. So I dug it up, and it's a bobby pin. Wow, very interesting. All right, so here's a different one. 72, 73, a little higher than a Pulltab. I want to sandblast everybody out of here. Oh, well, that's interesting. Glass beads, a little bracelet, looks like a child's little junk jewelry bracelet, or I'm not sure what this is. Earring? Bracelet? That's pretty cool. Oh, I'm over by the volleyball courts. That's a 55. All right. Part of a light bulb. That's unexpected. All right. There you go. There's some testing here. I just did a ground balance again. Penny is 89.90. Nickel is 62. Dime 66. Quarter 93. And Pulltab is jumpy all over the place. So that's interesting. And now the separation, I hear them all separate. So that's super cool. That was a chain. So this one is very interesting. This was in the water. It was right over here. It was pretty deep. I was right there. It was pretty deep. And it was registering as a 2. No, a 4. But it didn't say ferrous. So I dug it up. Pretty cool. I'm going to do an experiment and see what it comes up as. I'm going to bury it over here. Buried about 3 inches down. Right there. And I'm only doing this because I want to see what this thing comes up as. So it is registering. And it's 9. I don't know if you can see the screen. But it's a very strong 9. And it is interesting. It is showing up on the F side. It's got rust on it and tarnish. So I doubt very much if this is precious metal, not to mention the clasp. But that was a 9. So I wanted to show that. My salt sensitivity I dropped down to 2 because it was chattering every time I would come close to really wet, it would chatter. So when I brought it down to 3, it was reasonable. 2 was almost perfectly quiet, unless it was completely submerged. And I think if I use it completely underwater, I'll probably put it onto the dive setting. But right now, salt sensitivity 2 right against the water seems to do the trick. Then, of course, I'm in multi-frequency. Iron volume is 7, reactivity is 3, and the reason why I have it up at 3 is because when I was coming up, it was giving me chirps. On the dry sand, it was at 1.5, so that actually was pretty cool. I actually don't think that made much difference, but may have affected the depth. I'm gonna have to look that up. Then the audio response, I brought it up to 6. Discrimination, I'm leaving it at 8 because I really want the high discrimination. And that's it. Sensitivity, I brought down to 94. It was 97 on the dry sand, and that actually worked really well. My AT is off. I did do a ground balance, and I did do a frequency scan. So things are good. So, after my full day out on the beach with my new XP Deus II, I'm absolutely thrilled. Today was not the best beach day, of course. Super windy. The water was seriously rough. And the beach was not very crowded. But surprisingly, there really are a lot of people on the beach today. Either way, I don't care. I just love it. So far, so good. Very weak signal. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it's in here, whatever it is. Alright, I'm just gonna put this down over here. Yep, still there. Let me see if I can find it with my pinpointer. Because it's small, whatever it is. It's in there. What is that? Oh, look at that. I broke the clasp off of it. First piece of jewelry. That was a 50. Oops, I just dropped the little clasp. I'll pick that up in a minute. Very pretty cross. Awesome. Alright, so first piece of jewelry, first target. 89 right here. Repeatable. Okay, I see it. It's a penny. No? It's a dime. Cool. Very green dime. Awesome. Okay, for today's wrap-up. 3 different days, 3 very windy days. Collectively, this is everything that I found. As I said in the video, I'm digging up absolutely everything to try to understand the tones. Let's talk about these really quickly. I'll start with the not so exciting finds. 4 tent stakes. This one rang up as aluminum because it had the little ring on the neck. This is an interesting piece. It's part of a light bulb. Found this near the tennis courts, and it was kind of an unexpected find. So collectively, I found 35 bottle caps, 2 jar tops, 4 pull tabs, and I thought this was a pull tab, but it's actually a zipper pull. Since I was unbearing absolutely everything, I came across a whole bunch of iron nails. This one's a spike, and it very well may have some historical significance. I found this up in the Treasure Coast in Stuart, and it's not your ordinary nail, so I'm going to have to get that checked out. But the other ones are just plain old iron. Came up as 1, 2, 3 as my VDIs, so very low numbers. I was very surprised to find this razor blade. I'm glad I got that off of the beach, because if that had surfaced and somebody stepped on it, that would not be good. Then I kept coming up with these twisty ties. I think this is the only one I kept. There were like a dozen of them or so that I unburied, and I've never found these with my Nocta Legend. I did find a paper clip. That was interesting. And I found a hair tie. Okay, no big deal. I unburied a small carabiner. This one doesn't have the spring anymore, but it rang a pretty strong aluminum signal. I think that was a 50. I found these pair of tweezers. I don't know if they're eyebrow tweezers or just plain old tweezers, but they do say professional on them, whatever that means. First time I ever found screws on the beach. This time I found 3 Phillips head screws in different places. I'm still finding lots of little targets, and I found a couple more little rivets on the beach. But in case you guys are curious, this is what the rivet looks like before they're shot into the item that it's holding together. I actually found that on the beach as well, which is kind of cool. Found this bobby pin. It was buried kind of deep, and I've never found one of these before. Now on to my change. 4 quarters, 5 dimes, and 14 pennies. That's $1.64 in change, all in. Now for the fun finds of the day. On one beach, I discovered this Kia key fob. It has what looks like a house key on it, a bracelet, and a little fuzzy something or other. So that's probably how he or she hung it on their wrist. I feel bad for that person. If they lost it on the beach, they couldn't actually drive home and get into their house. So what I did is I posted it on Facebook and social media, and I actually went to the Kia dealership, asked them if they could track the owner from the serial number, and they said absolutely no way. So I posted a picture of it and a note that says, please call me if this is yours. So we'll see what happens. The first piece of junk jewelry I found appears to be this child's, I don't know what it is. I think it's a child's ring, maybe? Or bracelet. If you know what this is, let me know. But it has glass beads on it, and it's copper, and it's junk. I also found this little key buried. That was really, really deep. So that came up, I think, as a solid 50 and a very low tone. So I'm loving the Deus II. First piece of jewelry I found was this hammered ring. It's silver-ish. Doesn't fit my finger, but it's a ring. Oh, it does have markings in it. Oh my gosh. It says 925 on the inside. I didn't even notice that before. Oh, fantastic. So that's sterling silver. It's kind of a cool ring. I found this, and I always think these are jewelry, but actually, after I started doing some research, I think this is a bikini clasp. So I've actually found 6 or 7 of these over the years. I dug up this lovely chain. It's very pretty. I don't believe this is real. I tried to clean it up, but it's got a bit of tarnish on it, and I couldn't find any markings on it. I didn't actually try to test it, but it came up as a very low number, so my guess is it has no precious metals in it at all. I don't see any markings on this either, and it doesn't appear to be silver, but it very well may be. But whatever it is coming off. You can see the clad stuff underneath it, but he's really, really cute. But the most interesting find of the day was this cross. I soaked this one in vinegar and cleaned it up a little bit, and I believe that it is silver. Really is a very nice looking little cross. I had the guys up in Sebastian look at it, and they agree it's fairly old. That's about all I can tell you. So that's it. So to put it mildly, I absolutely love the Deus II. It was a fantastic, fantastic birthday present. So there you go. First real hunt with my Deus II. And in the not too distant future, I'll be taking it underwater with me with my Blue 3 Nomad. So as always, if you like this video, please click that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. See you on my next adventure.